In this episode, we've got obsessive love, high-octane action, choppy bobs, culture clashes, and it's the golden age of pop as we go back to 1985 for Dempsey and Makepeace. Welcome to The Problematic Gaze with me, Dr. Lee Arnott.
I'm Lee Dave Moore.
Each episode will take a piece of pop culture from yesteryear and examine it through the problematic lens, asking ourselves the questions, could you get away with it today? And if not, why not? And what does that say about society and culture then and now?
And before we take a deep dive into our chosen topic, we'll dip our toes into the culture of 1985, which is when Dempsey and Makepeace previewed, just to look at what was going on in the UK and across the world, and also the pop charts, a bit of news, a bit of TV, that kind of thing, you know, just to put our show and the year into context.
Indeed. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It is an unearthly hour. No, it's not. It's like 10 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes. I said to Dr. Lee, we've got to do it really early.
Yes.
So we need to be up at 9, recording for 10. It's 10:24 now, so we're not doing too bad.
Not doing too bad at all.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a cracker we've got today, haven't we?
We really have.
Really have.
Back to 1985 when we were 11, 12-ish.
Indeed.
Yes.
As we're looking at Dempsey and Makepeace now. This was a classic Saturday night staple. Mm-hmm. What's your relationship with Dempsey and Makepeace?
Well, I loved Dempsey and Makepeace. It was so exciting. Car chases, gunfights, the glamour of Glynis Barber, the sexiness of
Michael Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just all felt so thrilling and exciting. It was shot in that there London as, you know, a northern boy, you know, yet to spread his wings into the world. It all looks so glamorous.
Yeah.
What about you?
The same. I loved it. I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with Michael Brandon. Obviously, I was totally in love with him. I had a TV theme tunes album, and Dempsey and Makepeace was one of the themes on it, and as was Cat's Eyes.
Yes.
And I used to roll around my bedroom pretending I was Glynis Barber. It was just fab. It was just great. Now, whether the show stands up to our nostalgic memories, we will discover shortly.
We will.
I suspect. It might not.
but this is a fond look back at Dempsey and Makepeace.
It really is. Because it does have a special place in our hearts, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And we always talk about how nostalgia forms your opinion of a show. If you go back to watch it years later, that nostalgia may have put a kind of rose-coloured sheen over your eyes.
Indeed. Now, the episode we watched is called Love You to Death. It was first broadcast in the UK on the 11th of January 1985. Do you want to tell us a bit about Dempsey and Makepeace as a general, Dave, before we get kicked off?
I will. So for our US and Australian and around the world viewers, you may not have heard of Dempsey and Makepeace, but if you've heard of shows like Cagney and Lacey, Hill Street Blues,
Cat's Eye,
then at Miami Vice, it's all in that kind of similar vein. It's a UK cop show duo. So it's a British television crime drama made by LWT for ITV, created and produced throughout 1985 and 1986 by Ranald Graham. The lead roles were played by Michael Brandon, who was Lieutenant Dempsey, and Glynis Barber, Sergeant Makepeace, themselves, who got married after the show in 1989. So the premise of Dempsey and Makepeace, it's the oddball pairing, quite familiar, of two police detectives, an elegant British noblewoman, Sergeant Lady Harriet Makepeace, or Harry as we call her, and the streetwise working class New Yorker, Lieutenant James Dempsey, both working for an elite and armed unit. Both working for an elite and armed unit for the London Metropolitan Police. So when his partner Joey dies in a botched drugs operation and he uncovers police corruption of the highest level in New York, Dempsey is under threat of assassination. So with the help of his colleagues, he hurriedly leaves New York for London on the pretense of an undercover international police exchange program. So much of the show's draw came from the good-natured will they, won't they interplay and the slowly evolving romance between the two main protagonists, Dempsey and Makepeace. Made possible, I would say, by the obvious chemistry between the two lead actors. And at the height of the series' popularity, the British tabloid press hounded the lead actors for off-screen stories regarding their budding personal relationship. All three series gained great popularity in the UK, achieving good ratings with 20 million viewers in the UK. And as of many crime cop dramas in the 80s, a lot of it was filmed around the disused remains of the East Greenwich Gasworks, which is now the present-day home of the O2. So if you've ever been to a concert in Greenwich at the O2, that was kind of like a disused industrial area, wasn't it?
Yes.
Where a lot of these shows were filmed.
If you want to see it in all its glory, it's the main location used for Doctor Who's story Silver Nemesis in 1988.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
You can see all the original buildings that were still there.
Yeah, well, I suppose cheap, disused land, all these kind of, old industrial factories and stuff. And because it was disused, probably quite cheap to rent as a location.
Yeah.
And you had lots of different kind of areas to be able to film in, and it was all locked off, so there probably wasn't a lot of public rubberneckers there as well. So perfect, ideal for a filming location.
Absolutely. So, as we said, this episode is called Love You to Death. Do you want to know what happens in this episode?
Go on, do it.
Okay. Get yourself ready. Dempsey is stalked by Kathy, a psychopathic admirer who hates Makepeace for being with him and has a funny way of showing her affection, which mainly involves making crank calls to him everywhere. She's able to get hold of him wherever he is, gunning down innocent people with a crack shot and making quite the collection of pictures of Dempsey, and who can blame her? The man is beautiful. Oh, as well as trying to stab Makepeace to death. There's creepy stalking, some very dodgy police work, and a special guest appearance by Sarah Jane from Doctor Who before Kathy is left hanging in her boiler suit. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for her. Also, it's Suzi bloody Quatro. I mean, come on.
Suzi Quatro as a stalker.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
great.
Yes. So, you've touched on this before, but how is the show remembered? It was a big mainstream hit, as you say. On average, some episodes got 20 million. On average, 12 million an episode, which is pretty good for a Saturday night show. It was seen as a modern show because it had a woman in charge. I say a woman in charge. We'll discuss that. And as you mentioned, there was the odd couple dynamic and the chemistry between the two leads. Michael Brandon was especially popular with the ladies and with younger viewers. Glynis Barber was widely admired and is often described as glamorous, refreshingly different. And as you said, their chemistry was the source of much tabloid fodder. It was seen as progressive for the time, woman in charge, a female lead who carried action scenes. However, critical reaction was mixed. Some critics called it style over substance, often compared unfavourably to similar American shows. Some viewers found Dempsey too violent or cartoonish, but it was very popular and it was watchable. It was great.
It was kind of a show that you kind of talked about in the school playground as well and reenacted in the school playground.
Yes.
Who did you want to be?
Makepeace, of course.
Me too.
You see, I'd love for Glynis Barber because she was in Blake 7. Check out our episode on Blake 7. And then she was in a cartoon strip adaptation of a wartime cartoon called Jane.
Yes.
So I just thought she was great. I thought she was so glam and so beautiful, which she is. Yeah. Did you want to be Dempsey or Makepeace?
I wanted to be Makepeace.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Glynis Barber in just really fetching 80s fashions, wasn't she? She was turned into for a couple of years a bit of a style icon.
Yes.
Didn't she? And she looked to me, she was like the TV version of Debbie Harry.
Yes, yeah, especially with that choppy bob. That choppy bob is very the tide is high, Debbie Harry, isn't it?
Ooh. There seems to be a massive kettle boiling outside. I'm sure it's just someone's brake squeaking. Apologies for that.
So Should we have a look at what it felt like to be in Britain in 1985?
Let's do it.
As we cross over to Culture Corner.
Culture Corner. Must get that jingle sorted.
I'm very happy with the homespun Culture Corner.
A lot of our gazers are very happy with our homespun
They are.
jingle.
Yes. It what makes us approachable.
Yes.
Maybe not so professional, but approachable.
Well, we are an independent podcast.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, award-winning.
Stop it.
Let's go to Culture Corner then. You kick us off.
No, you kick us off.
Oh, shall I?
Yes,
shall
you
I do
kick
it
us
for a
off.
change? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's as rehearsed, you mean.
As rehearsed, yeah.
Just got a little excited. Margaret Thatcher. She's midway through her second term, and the miners' strike had just ended between 1984 and 1985, and this left deep scars in the mining communities, and it sharpened the north-south divide to a big extent. And now politics, as before it kind of felt in the background, it felt unavoidably present in daily life. It kind of galvanised people, didn't it? Particularly people in the north.
Yes, yeah. And where I'm from in Northumberland, there were a lot of pit closures and a lot of the miners were on strike. And I remember things like charity drives at the club, the Working Men's Club, to raise money for the strikers' families and stuff. Yeah, it felt you couldn't really escape from it. The North-South divide, I mean, it really comes into focus at this point. Life can feel very different depending on which part of the country you're living in. London is booming in finance, professional services, jobs increasingly in banking, insurance, media, advertising and law. White collar work is dominating. However, unemployment exists in London, obviously, but it's much lower than in industrial towns and former industrial towns.
Yeah, well, that's as a result of the declining industry. In the north, it was really hit hard. Coal, steel, shipbuilding, textiles, unemployment was often double the national average up in the north, especially in mining towns and former industrial hubs. Northern communities often felt overlooked and undervalued by Westminster. Social solidarity, however, was really strong in industrial towns. We saw the rise in unions, in clubs, and the pubs were a social lifeline for these disenfranchised northern workers.
Despite Thatcher trying her best to get rid of the unions, obviously, that's a big victory to beat the miners, because we've talked before about the 70s when the miners held the country to ransom. We have the 3-day week because there's no coal, but there's a sense that Britain's being reshaped quickly, and depending on where you are, that feels either liberating and you're being liberated by free markets, or you're being damaged by them. As you said, unemployment was high, especially in industrial areas, over 3 million at its peak earlier in the decade. And the traditional industries, as you say, the coal, steel, shipbuilding, are disappearing. And this has a huge effect, huge impact, and also on the relationship between men and women, because that breadwinner role is disappearing. There's working class families. It's now women who are having to go out to work and bring money in.
Yeah. And at the same time, as a result of government's action, home ownership was expanding due to the right to buy, and that kind of was changed the feel of many council estates.
Most homes still had one telly, with only 4 channels: BBC One, BBC Two, ITV and Channel 4. If you were lucky, you might have a landline phone. I think we got ours about this time. And central heating was not universal yet. We were still parked in front of the gas fire where we lived. Everyone watches the same thing on TV at this point. 1985 is the year of peak television viewing in the UK, with the average family watching about 28 hours a week, and it's never been that high before or since. So TVs were a big national thing, weren't they? TV shows could be huge.
Absolutely, a la Dempsey and Makepeace. People gathered round to watch it. This is your brand new cop show, glamorous, Glynis Barber, etc.
Aspiration.
Yeah.
Aspiration.
Exactly. No wonder. I mean, 20 million viewers at its peak.
Yeah.
That's half the population at that time in 1985.
Not quite, but when you think about EastEnders, when it gets 28 million viewers,
Yeah.
I mean, that is just incredible.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to shopping.
Shopping.
One of our favourite subjects. Shopping in the mid-80s still means high streets, local butchers and greengrocers, etc. So the big markets were there, but their dominance hadn't kicked in yet.
Big supermarkets.
Yeah, the big supermarkets.
Yeah.
Is that what I said? Supermarkets?
You said big markets.
Oh, big supermarkets.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sundays were still dead zones on the high streets. You know, the laws hadn't required them to open up yet.
No.
So, what did you do on a Sunday?
Bloody bugger all.
Bugger all.
Bugger all.
Sit and watch Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah. We're still going to church as the nation at this point in quite high numbers, but it's really declining quite rapidly as well. With shopping in mind, should we have a little wander over the high street and open the doors of the emporium that is the House of Argos again, just in one of our occasional series as we flick through the pages of the hallowed Argos catalogue this year from 1985. And because Glynis Barber is such a style icon, we thought we'd take a peek at the For Her section, just to give you a little glimpse of what you could buy for the lady in 1985. But again, as we said, the Argos catalogue is a great way of just showing what's in homes, what people are doing, what their hobbies are and interests are, and this is no exception. Again, we will put these images on our social media, so you too can flick through these pages at the same time as we are and enjoy the things we're looking at. So,
and for our international listeners, Argos was
a revolutionary shop. In that you walked into the store, there's nothing on display, but you go to the catalogue, you pick what you want, and then go and someone will bring it for you from the... it felt like behind the screen was like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It was like hallowed ground, wasn't there? There was
Yes.
a little kind of electronic keypad that you could type the number in. It would see if it would tell you if it was available.
Yeah.
Pick up your little pencil.
Yes, the little Argos pencil.
Fill out your little chits.
Yes. So let's have a look what you could buy for the ladies in the Argos catalogue.
So this is kind of like the beauty and pampering section, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
We've got some rather attractive looking blue plastic foot spas.
We have.
We've got the kind of industrial hair dryers that you would see at the hairdressers.
Yeah.
You could have one in your own home.
You could have on your own home. We don't
Yeah.
really see those anymore, do you?
No.
And there'd be like a row of old ladies sitting with these things on their heads and just flicking through magazines while their hair got set. Yes, you could buy one for your own home. No woman could do without a lady shave.
A lady shave.
A lady shave. You know, if you want little bristly legs, then
Was the lady shave not as good as taking a razor to your legs?
I don't know.
I suppose I'm asking the wrong person, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I always enact my legs when I needed to.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, not as a matter of course, but if I needed to, we'll just leave it there.
For whatever reason. If our gazers want to know the reasons why Dr. Lee would imac his legs, please get in touch. If enough of you email in insisting an answer, we'll sit Dr. Lee down and
Force me to.
force you.
Yeah. I do love the fact that you can buy your own sunbeds as well. Argos actually sells you a sunbed. Yeah. We had my family. There was two women in. There wasn't sunbed shops yet. There's no tanning shops, but I think two women had a sunbed, and you could hire it from them. And so my mum and her sisters would take turns having the sunbed.
Yeah.
And you knew when my mum had the sunbed, because if you were going home and it was dark, you'd see the bedroom upstairs with like weird glow coming from it. You know, it's really bad for you. The sunbeds, aren't they? Terrible.
So bad, especially in this day and age. No safety features on it. It was
No.
just like one setting, which was sizzle.
Yes, it was like being in the south of France, isn't it?
My mum had a sunbed as well. I think
Did
she
she?
rented it or borrowed it from a
Yeah.
friend. And I just remember the goggles they used to wear.
Yes. Well, they didn't bother with the goggles and she'd lie there with a fag on, having a cigarette in it.
It's like that woman in There's Something About Mary.
I've not seen it.
Haven't you? Oh,
No.
well, some
On
of
the
our
list.
gazers might know.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's also, well, there's like a kind of like an industrial kind of sun lamp there, which looks like a blow heater.
Yes.
That just literally just throws infrared light
Yes.
or ultraviolet light, whatever it is.
Very good for your muscles. If you've got rheumatism, that one apparently, according to the small print.
Really? Okay.
How much was the sunbed? How much could you buy that for? I like the fact they call it a compact solarium. 119 quid.
That was a bloody
That was a
lot.
lot of money back then. You could win that in a week on Bullseye and you felt like you were rich.
Aye. My grandma had one of these blue plastic foot spas.
Did she?
Yes, like to soak her feet on occasion.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to plug them in, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean,
That whole water electricity thing, isn't it? It's a bit
Water
off-putting. Yeah. There's a next page which is just full of sewing machines, and it does speak of that a lot of women are doing this kind of crafty. My mum used to knit. My grandma had a knitting machine. My nana had a sewing machine. And so there's still a sense of making do and mending, and you know,
that hangover from war, but also, you know, especially if you're talking about, you know, life in northern towns and stuff when there wasn't much money.
Yeah.
You know, you go down to your local wool shop. My grandma used to go down to the market and get her wool.
Yes.
And then knit everything,
Yeah.
jumpers for my sister, scarves, hats, and all that kind of thing, because you just couldn't afford to buy them.
No, we had a wool shop in Morpeth, my little hometown. Weird shop of wool.
Yeah.
Shows you how big. And actually, on the next page after the sewing machines, which are, you know, the page of sewing machines, you can buy a knitting machine. There's crafts, you know. How much is the knitting machine? I bet that was a few bob and all. 29. The sewing machine, knitting machine, £149.
Well, I mean, that was an investment, wasn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
look
it
at
was.
Kathy Beale in EastEnders.
Set up an empire, jumper empire.
She had a knitting machine.
She did, yeah. And you used to hear me grandma going, you know. But it was like some weird. You have to put all the wool up. It was like a spinning jenny from the 18th century. You know, it was like magic. She used to knit me loads of jumpers. She knit me one that had my name Lee written in big letters down there.
Oh my
You know how she did it. She was a
goodness.
genius, honestly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really.
Now we've just got kids in India to do it for us.
Yeah.
Which is
God.
very depressing.
2p an hour. Oh dear. There's some other gems on here I've noticed.
Okay, I've seen something.
Go on.
The pull along shopping trolley.
Yes.
There's a nice one there in tartan. There's a nice one with kind of leather embellishments and stuff. I mean, you used to see older ladies, didn't you?
Yes,
All the
yes.
time pulling this shopping trolley behind them.
Still do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very handy actually.
Are you going to get one?
We've got one in the house.
Have you?
It's like a modern, so it's quite robust. I would never ever use it. Not yet, anyway. That's been a couple of years. But it's very handy. It's quite an old lady page, isn't it? Have you seen those mittens, sheepskin mittens? And there's some lovely, a set of 3 covered coat hangers, each covered in a delightfully padded print fabric.
Yeah. Isn't it strange? Well, not strange, but women's stuff is either beauty or it's
Practicality. Yeah.
design, sewing machines, material scissors, material guillotines, or something to put your shopping in.
Yeah, there's a lovely beauty mirror there as well,
Yeah.
which is kind of stunning. I do like the fact that the coat hangers come complete with a sachet of fragrant dried flowers to scent your clothes. However, pattern may vary slightly, and nothing says quality control like pattern may vary slightly. Next page. I mean,
Love, got some beautiful pearl necklaces here, and I'm not looking at Lee's Grinder profile here.
now, I will point out it's row simulated pearl choker. That's
course.
very Princess Di, isn't it, that choker? I particularly like this black, the single row faceted black crystal necklace. Now, I'm suspecting they're not real crystals.
Crystalique.
Yeah, Crystalique. Diamonique. I mean, the tat costume jewellery is beautiful, isn't it?
Do you remember when coral necklaces were a thing?
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible. Okay, so we've got some lovely makeup kits for the lady.
Yeah.
Now to go out, doll yourself up to
Yes.
attract the men.
Yes, because as we know from Pillow Talk, it's not right to be a single woman.
No, you've got to go there, attract a mate, get married and
Exactly.
procreate. That's
Exactly.
your
That's
job.
your job. That's your job. Yeah, they're beautiful. These are Elizabeth Duke. There's a name. Just summing up images of glamour, isn't it? You know, what does it? I'm just getting Angie Watts vibes.
Yeah. This is very much at the height of the Avon craze as well.
Yes,
Wasn't it? My
yeah.
mum was an Avon lady.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, in the mid-80s, well, early 80s. So I remember she did an Avon Avon round with a rape alarm because we lived in Bradford at the time and the Yorkshire Ripper was still at large.
So there we go. That was nice, wasn't it?
That was lovely.
Everything you need for the modern lady in 1985. That was
what more does a lady need?
Absolutely. Well, that was the House of Argos.
Very good. Okay.
Now, back to Culture Corner. This is the golden age, another golden age of pop culture, pop music, especially for young people. Music, we've got synth pop, new wave, Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, The Smiths, Wham. The names, you just roll off the tongue, don't they? Cassettes, Walkmans, and recording songs off the radio for everyday rituals, and just praying the DJ wouldn't start talking before the song finished, which they always did, the bastards.
You know, just your mention of that, I've got this feeling of tension bubbling up in me because it was just so vitally important that you cut the song off before the DJ came back in. And you were there and your hand was shaking above the button and everything.
Yeah.
And then if you got it wrong, you're just like, oh, I can't believe it. I'm going to wait till next week now.
Yeah, or if the bloody tape cut out halfway through and you had to turn it around. Done that a couple of times. It's not, you can't ever make it work, can you?
No. It's like me trying to edit a podcast, can't quite make it work.
Like me with my life, can't quite make it work.
Oh no, we've spiralled.
So, should we have a look at the official singles chart and see what the top 10 was? This is the chart for the 6th of January, 1985.
Yeah.
The top 10, I'm 100% confident we're going to know every single one of these.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. This is our era, isn't it?
Let's do it. So, number 10, The Power of Love, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Now, of course, it's the first week of January, so we've got a Christmas overhang, I guess. But that was a big Christmas one, wasn't it?
I just think that's one of my favourite Christmas songs, even though it's not really a Christmas song. I mean, the video's Christmassy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But such a powerful song.
Yeah. It's the power of.
It's the power of.
The power of.
Power of. Number 9, Everything Must Change, Paul Young. Yeah, we know that one.
Yeah. I don't know if I do.
You do.
Go on. Give me a line.
Copyright department. Everything must change.
Of course I do. Yeah.
I'll name that tune in 3.
Yeah. Number 8, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ray Parker Jr.
That song created a bit of a resurgence in my household because my little nephew, when he was about 4 or 5, absolutely loved that song. Played it on a loop.
Right.
And used to sing it in the car. He used to go, put Ghostbusters on, Uncle David.
Yeah.
I'm just embarrassing him now because he is teens now.
Yes.
That will embarrass him.
Okay.
He won't be listening.
No,
he's not our
he's a young
target audience.
It'd be lovely if he did, but that was too old puffs talking about.
Number 7, Shout.
Shout!
Tears for Fears.
Let it all out.
Another classic.
Absolutely. Number 6, okay, Nelly the Elephant, the Toy Dolls. I remember this playing at the Working Men's Club Christmas party, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this was a really aggressive version of it, wasn't it? And everyone used to stomp.
Yeah, used to jump up and down like it was the punks all over again. But it was Nelly the fucking Elephant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fabulous.
Number 5, We All Stand Together, Paul McCartney and the Frog Chorus. This has a special place in my heart.
Well, signifying that anything Paul McCartney released, even if it was a load of tut, would climb the charts.
Yeah, I was the solo star of the inter-school choir competition, and we sang this. Obviously, everybody going bum bum bum, yeah, and in the middle bit when the frog goes, "You'll get it right." Everybody else sat down, and I was the one standing up who did the "You'll get it right," because I was a shrinking violet even in 1985. Dave, you might find it hard to believe, but I was.
And
Hated
there,
yeah,
a star was born.
A star was born.
It's like when all the planets align.
Yeah, it
was. And it's kind of like the inception of Virgin Mary, that significant event in the universe.
I think it's the Earth slightly tilted on its axis at that point. Yeah.
And here we are now.
Here we are now. Yes. Questioning my life choice.
Do you know what, Dr. Lee?
Yeah.
I want to know what love is.
Let me tell you, Dave. How long have you got?
Well, I know you can show me. Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Another.
Banger.
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 Yeah.
Oh, it's your girl at number 3.
Oh, let me put a pad down.
Put your pad down. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got it.
I'm ready.
Got it.
I've got control of my bodily functions.
Like a Virgin by Madonna.
Oh, this is the start of her, obviously not the very start.
No.
But the start of her propulsion
Imperial reign
into superstardom.
Yeah, I remember thinking it was quite dirty because I had the word virgin in it.
I know.
Didn't even know what a virgin was, I don't think.
No. But yeah, it was like everyone was like, oh, look at that. Who does she think she is?
Yeah, but also at the same time, wow.
Yeah.
And she is so hot in that video.
Yeah.
If you watch it now, she fucking she's just incredible in it.
Driving around on a gondola.
On a gondola.
Yeah.
Who hasn't ridden around on a gondola?
Well,
me.
You look like a gondolier today.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
For those of you who can't see, I'm wearing a horizontally striped
black and white
quite
stripes.
attractive top.
Yeah, it's a gondolier's top, that.
Gondolier's top. I wore it actually special.
Yeah, because you knew we were going to be talking about this.
I knew it.
Yeah, properly on brand.
On brand, love.
Yeah, I've just got a tatty old cardi on.
Oh.
There we go. But it is kind of a nice Sunday morning feel to it. You
Yeah,
know?
even though it's Friday morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, the power of podcasting. Okay, let's move on. Number 2, Gertie Loins, ladies. Last Christmas / Everything She Wants by Wham.
Yeah.
Can't say any more
Can't
about that.
say any
can
more
you?
than that. Which makes me know what number 1 is, because this song was famously kept off the top spot by number 1, which of course is Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid. Still obviously selling shitloads of copies at this point. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, over Christmas, there was a lot of Band Aid documentaries on, wasn't there? And the most startling fact that I knew was that George Michael, he talked about having a Christmas number 1, but he knew it would probably be overshadowed by this. But he donated all his profits from Last Christmas to Band Aid.
Oh, he was a lovely man.
He's such a lovely man, troubled, but lovely.
Lovely. And all when he died, all that charity money given away quietly and not said a word, you know. Just a lovely man.
You know, we talked about Catherine O'Hara in our Gazette episode last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Was it last Tuesday? I can't keep up anyway.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. But we talked about Catherine O'Hara dying and how some people's deaths actually do have an effect on you. And George Michael's death, I remember on Christmas Day, it was announced.
Yeah.
And even now, I just think, I do love George.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't love him at the time. Wham just passed me by. But just knowing what he went through, his whole coming out process. We talked about Rock Hudson last week. You know, at what point in your rise to fame do you come out, or are you forced out?
Yes.
And I just think, I love George Michael.
Yeah. My mum was obsessed with Wham. She was young, you know, she was only like 30 at this point, my mum. And yeah, I had to break the news to her that George had died. I was actually up north for that Christmas and I'd found out and she hadn't heard. And she was devastated. She lit a candle for him. She was very upset. I mean, I'll be the same with Tom Baker. I'm not lying. Prepare yourself. Oh my God, I'm dreading it. Dreading it.
I'll be the same with Madonna.
Yeah, well, I think I will as well. God, stop it, Dave. We're going to whip ourselves into a... Stop it.
I will go into a period of official mourning if that happens.
Yes.
You know, when a few years ago when it was like Madonna on life support.
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, the world fell out of my bottom at that point. It's like, I'm not ready for it. I can't.
Again.
I've already bought tour tickets. Come on.
I want my money back.
Come on, Madge. Pull through.